Hello there, Nikki, and welcome back to Nerosity. Now, first off, I apologize for taking so long. I was not aware that the video was posted, and then I looked, and it was there, and I was like, well, that just means that I have to respond, otherwise I'll be punished. I didn't want to be punished. So, to answer your question, that's the problem. I have so many books, but I need to tell you that yes, I absolutely agree with you. That bat car monstrosity, whatever it is, that's not the Batmobile, and you are not old-fashioned. I wholeheartedly agree. That, based on that picture, that is most certainly not the Batmobile. But as I was saying, you asked me to choose a very good book, and in my case, that could cover a whole lot of books, given the size and quantity of my bookshelves. So, I was stuck between two, both of which are very good, but I will show you both of them. The first being Werewolf, which is right here. This, I'm sorry, can you see that? Yes, you see that? And of course, it's got the wolf on the front of it. This one, I picked up on a complete whim at Barnes and Noble. It had good recommendations, and I've always been a fan of werewolves. Of course, well, of course, when I say werewolves, I mean true werewolves, as in the Wolfman and or Van Helsing, not the werewolves. Well, the supposed so-called werewolves that were spawned from that abomination of a book, and if I get hate for this, I will accept it, but I don't understand why, because I'm sorry, I can't even Twilight. I'm good. I'm all right now. But this takes the idea of a werewolf and kind of expands it to other species, like this is a medieval times type story, and the noble class, the ruling class in the kingdom have always been werelords, which is basically meaning that they can shift their form at will, either to a wolf in the case of the main character, or to many other species in the case of other characters, including rats, rams, lizards, sharks, and bears, to name a few. So if you're a fan of stuff like Lord of the Rings or perhaps Narnia, these are very very good along with that. And since I was stuck between which one to do, I just decided to choose both because they're both so good. Werewolf by Curtis Jobling, as you've seen, and Magic Inkheart, right here, right now. You might recognize that name because it has been a movie. Pretty horrible movie, in my opinion, compared to the book, because, as always, the book is better than its movie. I have yet to see a movie that's better than its book. But, you might not recognize this. That's because this is the movie edition, or whatever, and the cover got a makeover, which was a bad idea, in my opinion, because I think the original cover looks cooler. But, this basically it's a book about books pretty much, and I don't want to give away the whole story. So if you're ever interested and you haven't read this, then I strongly recommend it. I would definitely put this trilogy. It's actually one of three books. This is the very first one, but I would definitely put this trilogy in my top 10. This is an amazing story, and this is written by Cornelia Funke, who wrote so many other ones. The Thief Lord and Dragon Rider, and so many that are amazing. She is a genius when it comes to fantasy writing, and I think any nerd who has a love of reading, as I know you do, as I know we both do, should read this. On another note, um, I wanted to give you my opinion on the Superman and Batman movie. Now I admit the movie has potential. It could be very amazing, but the thing that makes me slam on the brakes and makes me wonder if I should even try it is the fact that it has Ben Affleck filling the shoes of Batman, which in my opinion is not even possible. Because I don't know if you're familiar with Ben Affleck, but the one occasion where he has played a superhero, that was Daredevil, and he pretty much failed. So I am not very excited about him filling Batman, and in fact, I, oh, giant squid of anger. I am okay now. I just needed to vent for a moment because that I'm not so positive. But um, in other news, you gave your piece of nerd news, and here is mine. In recent days, as you mentioned in your previous video, Paper Towns is of course becoming a movie, and as I thought I would mention, the actor for Margot Roth Spiegelman herself has been cast. And actually, here is a picture of her right now. So, yes, I admit she doesn't look exactly as I pictured her, but hey, I could be surprised. Hazel didn't look much like I pictured her, and she did a very good job in the movie playing Hazel, I thought. But, you should definitely read Paper Towns if you have not. I'm not assuming you haven't. I assume you have, since you mentioned it in your past video. But, there was that, and staying in the vein for Batman slash superhero new and upcoming items, I will show you for you might not know that on Fox, on the Fox network, they are going to be putting out in exactly today is the 18th, which means in exactly 4 days' time, there will be several shows that will be coming out of hiatus, including a new unveiling by the Fox network called Gotham, which is basically Batman before Batman. It's when his villains are young and when he's only a kid, and it's more about Detective Gordon in this case. But I am seriously excited. This looks like it could be an amazing show, and for that reason, I have always had a tie between the Riddler and the Joker for my favorite Batman baddie because they are all so good. But my question to you and to anyone else watching this is, who is your favorite Batman villain? I'm talking canon now, not the movie versions of characters. I'm talking the canon. So, do you have a penchant for plants, being Ivy, or would you like a mountain of muscle like Bane, or whichever one you might want? Comment down in the doobly-doo and tell me who your favorite baddie is. In my opinion, it's always a tie between the Joker and the Riddler, but I happen to own the Riddler cosplay, which I very soon will possess the Joker as well. But that would be my contribution this week. Nikki, be sure to watch this and respond with your own question.